Can you give us a good old,
Can you try to
good old-fashioned American try?
Hi, David.
Yo, David! Or some shit.
What's going on here, you guys? We're in Singapore with some of our local Singaporean friends, and we're gonna talk about what the differences are between ABCs and Singaporeans, at least the Chinese Singaporeans. People think that English-speaking Chinese are all the same!
Yeah, bro, any Chinese person that's speaking English is clearly from the same place and probably just the same type of person.
In Singapore, English is the first language.
Yes.
It's not our national language. Our national language is Malay, actually.
The type of English that you guys speak is really different from American English.
Yes, we call it Singlish, where we mix it up like rojak. A sentence structure may comprise of like many languages, like Chinese, dialect, Malay, Indian, and all sorts of language. For Singaporean, we can understand all that.
I think it's funny though, because when people that don't know Singapore, they hear Singaporeans speak English, they might think it's not your first language.
Yeah.
It's because we speak with an accent as well. It's more of a Chinese accent, as you can tell. Yeah, it's not like, I don't say like, hi, how are you? I go like, hey, hi, how are you? We celebrate Singlish and Hokkien because we feel that Singapore, we don't really have a culture, and this is probably the only culture we have left.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we try to speak like how our ancestors speak, you know, like our grandparents speak, you know, add a bit of Hokkien, you know, what's so bad about this kind of English? I mean, it's our style, ma.
Could you guys teach them 2 Singaporean phrases that are like the most Singapore thing?
Win liao lo is sort of, I give up explaining to you.
Yeah,
so you win liao lah.
It actually means like you win. However, in Singapore, you know, you use the English and then you use 2 Singlish to just substitute.
So all you YouTube commenters that say we talk about being Asian too much, win lao lo.
I would say walao is pretty common. You say it everywhere. So it works as a vulgarity, it works as, you know, everything. You can use it everywhere, every context.
I found out a girl that I like doesn't like me anymore. Voila!
Maybe I found out the girl that likes me back. Walao! I feel like walao is like oh my god, all like put together. Like, do you think Singlish is ever gonna go out?
No.
I think no.
Never.
It's too hard, it's too difficult.
Yeah, it's probably the one thing that unites all races and everything.
The kids wish that Singapore, even also still being an Asia conservative society, was more open like America. True or not?
True.
Because some people that is controlling us, okay, they take too much control of us. So we feel that we don't have much freedom in Singapore. That's why we want to go over there.
Singaporeans are generally too taken care of, too pampered in a way that they don't know that where they are living at in Singapore is actually very good.
Growing up overseas, right, if I tell anyone that I need to come back to, it happens in other countries as well, but I need to come back to Singapore to serve the army for 2 years. To my friends overseas, it's like, why would you do that? They've got no right to make you do this. They can't force you. When you're in the country, you don't feel it.
Because everybody does it. And
That's
from the
right.
time you've been born, that's how things are.
That's right. It's only when you're exposed to stuff overseas that when you come back, you feel, you know, restricted and you go, you know.
Is it true that Singaporean girls like white guys?
Okay, we call those girls SPG'S, which is short for Sarong Party Girls.
SPG'S.
Or SPG'S. They specifically go after Caucasian men or think they are the higher race or better race, and they will not consider Singaporean at all. But these Sarong Party Girls will never admit they are Sarong Party Girls. But they are always seen around Caucasians and stuff.
In Singapore, we don't really see very much Caucasian as compared to Western country where you live in and you just see everybody as same as you know? I think that's why they want to go for, because what our perspective of it is like, oh, they're way cooler, they speak proper English, they have this like American accent and stuff like that.
All rich.
And you know what's funny is that Asian American girls say the same thing.
Yeah,
a lot of them
it's
that date
because
white
we
guys,
don't
it's the
see-
same explanation.
Yeah.
So it's funny because here you don't see a lot of them, so they're kind of exotic. And then in America, they're the default, so you just date the default. So across the board, you know.
Biggest complaints about Singapore, everybody have one.
So the cars here are super expensive. Let's say a Civic, how much do they cost over?
In USD, I would say 16, 17,000, depends on the options, but no more than 20.
No more than 20. Okay, in Singapore, you easily have to pay about 115K and you only get to drive it for 10 years.
Imagine paying $115,000 for a Honda Civic.
This is walao eh.
Wow.
$115,000 for a Honda Civic. Crazy.
A lot of people tell me this when they know that I act. They say, "Look, I think MediaCorp is shit." You know, I don't want to say it in a bad way, but they talk bad about, or we talk bad about our own media, which, you know, it shouldn't be the way to go.
Well, people don't think that Singaporean local entertainment is very high quality.
That's right.
Right, they think it's low quality, right?
Yeah, precisely what you're saying. But instead of bitching about it, I mean, do something about it. Help us out. We're trying to do something. Please help us out. Join us, you know.
Be the change you want to see.
I'm looking at the man in the mirror.
I'm asking him to make a change. Favorite thing about Singapore?
I like the fact that it's safe. It's really damn safe. Like I can go anywhere. Like I can leave my money on a. Okay, maybe not.
Try it, bro. Try it.
But there have been cases like I left my car key at my car door. I went to eat like for 2 hours and my car is still there.
I think although Singapore is a very urban country, they still make a lot of effort to preserve the nature around us.
What I love about Singapore is the people. We love foreigners. We get along. We make things happen. And you know, I believe that the Singaporean people are very strong as a country, and we need to keep that heart. So my favorite part about Singapore, every time I go overseas and I come back, is just to meet the love of the people. So what I love most about Singapore is Singaporeans.
Yo, man, I even got some monologues, man. You can just sit in
Wow.
here.
Okay, now I'm gonna sound really shallow, but I like Singaporean food. Today, we're going to a hawker center, right? But there's so many other establishments. You know, you can go for restaurants, you go for stalls, you know, street food, or you know, there's so many different types. So any price range, you know, you can have good food all the time in this country.
Honestly, my favorite thing about Singapore was the people. I think we've been filming at this hawker center all day, and we just been walking up to random aunties and uncles and people eating and asking them if we could film, and they all smiled and just had a really good attitude, and I think that is something that's really hard to recreate. Shout out to all the aunties and uncles.
I actually really like, and I'm not trying to pander to you guys, Singaporean YouTube. And I was telling you guys that not everybody has traditional parents in America, but for the Asian American kids like me and Andrew, who had like kind of more traditional parents that kept it more with the Asian style, I see so much of the same parallels in the questions, the dynamics, and the push and pull that the Singaporeans have that we went through growing up as Asians in America. And that's what, to me, I think I can see it in the content and I relate to it. So it's dope from that perspective. It's like a whole country of
Model minorities.
Model minority people like me. Like, it's awesome.
All right, so thank you, Eden from WAHbananas, Sylvia, Ryan, and Jess from Night Owl Cinematics. We're the Fung Bros. We're in Singapore. Shout out to all our Singaporean fans, and we just hope you guys really enjoyed that video.
All right, everybody, till next time.
Peace.
Yo, you guys, thank you so much for watching that video about Singaporean identity, ABCs versus Singapore's. Just a lot of good stuff in there. One guy who didn't get to make it in because he came too late, because he's
Awesome rapper, hip hop. He's on hip hop timing. That's why.
This is shout out to Sugar Shay. What up, man?
Welcome to
Singapore.
One of the only rappers in Singapore right now that's on the hottest rapper in Singapore. I will say it. You don't have to say it. You don't have to say it. I'll say it.
Don't get him. All right.
I'll say it.
He it better than all the other rappers.
All right. No. Right here is a video that we did with him on his channel. So check out his channel, and then check out this video too. That's about Singaporean food.
But Sugar, man, let him know real quick. I mean, do you have any bars for him, or can you
Spit like 8.
Okay, I'll do it.
All right, so this is Sugar Shay, the most famous rapper in Singapore right now.
Alright, ain't nobody but look a figure whenever sugar to the S-H-A-Y. You just spit on the mic, cause rappers nowadays in the maze, so they sing for when they lie. Flame on my city, yo, so cold. Nobody is number 1 when your boy is number 2. Anybody number 3, number 4, then my next victim will probably be number you. Yeah, that's what's up. Fung Brothers,
Number
Sugar Shay.
you. All right, check out the video, subscribe, peace.
Peace.